Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lesson 6 Kanji live stream. Oha konbannichiwa.
Hi, konnichiwa.
How's everyone doing today? Today we have Yuki's picture, and it's fall-based.
Hi.
Can anyone guess what's going on in this picture? What we're doing over here? That's definitely me. And Yuki sitting down over there by the campfire. But does anyone know what we're making there? Someone asked, is os gendered the way ore is, or boku? It's definitely a bit more masculine. You hear a lot of like baseball players in high school using it, things like that. I see mostly guys doing it on like a hiking trail when you pass them going the other way. Os, people say that. That's where I actually learned it. I was hiking once and someone said, a bunch of guys were saying os as they walk by. I'm like, what the hell? I had to look it up. And so yeah, it is a bit masculine, but that doesn't mean you can't use it. I mean, it's fine. But a lot of people struggle, like, what should I use on a live stream to say hello when I'm on the other side of the world?
そうだね。
What do you think, Yuki?
Hey yo.
Hey yo. Hey yo. I stole from what was the live streamer that we stole? Oha konbannichiwa, which combines them all from? Who was that?
Otoja.
Otoja. Anija Otoja is the name of
の人たちですよね。
Yeah, they're Japanese game streamers, and I stole that greeting for them. Oha konbannichiwa combines them all. I think that one works pretty well. Thanks for nice haircut, they're saying. Someone said that last week too. My hair just keeps growing. I haven't cut it at all. It's just getting longer and longer and longer. I actually do need a haircut, I think.
来週切りますから。
Next week, yeah. Next week, getting a haircut. How's it going, Teruhiko? Thanks for stopping by.
Hi,
Grilling meat,
ありがとうございます。
eating a burrito, fall yam roasting. People are guessing. Yeah, fall yam roasting is the correct answer. I completely forgot that we were talking about that. Whoa, the cameras are switched from the usual sides. Are they? I think they're correct. Because I'm looking at that one. I'm always looking at that one. And Yuki's looking at that one over there. She's always looking at that one. So they should be correct.
Always looking at that one なんだ。
Well, I mean, that's the one that's looking at her, I suppose. But yeah, so I think they're the same. What's different, what you might notice that's different is the walls. The walls, I've been putting up different sound proofing because the old ones were getting creepy. That was actually delivered while we were on stream last week. The what's on the walls over there when I had to leave.
ね、白くしました。
Is it amaimo? I wouldn't call them amaimo. We call them, you can go ahead and read right here. We have yakiimo. Yakiimo.
多分さ、甘い芋はスイートポテトのことだよね。
Right. I'm sure they're saying, oh yeah, you probably came up with sweet potato for amaimo. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. But we call them yakiimo for I mean, they're fried, I guess. Not fried, but you bake them in a fire, basically. And that's where the yaki part is coming from.
そう。でもね、甘い芋とはね、言わないです。
Unfortunately, yeah, we don't say amaimo.
はい。さつまいもです。
Satsumaimo, yes.
何それ、野菜のネームがさつまいも。
Yes, the name of the vegetable is satsumaimo.
はい。
Yeah, Yuki answered the door last stream. Was it yeah, every single stream so far we've had delivery. I don't think we'll have one this time, fortunately, but yeah, I agree. I like sweet potatoes as well. We used to grow them at the kindergarten.
めっちゃ美味しいよね。私も超好き。
I like them. I think Yuki likes them more than me, but I do like them.
そう、みんなもし日本に来たらぜひ焼き芋カーを、追いかけてください。
Someone asked, can you explain what janken pom has to do with the sweet potatoes, like in that song? 最初はグー、じゃんけんぽん。I lost. Janken pom. You might understand this already, but that's how you do rock paper scissors. 最初はグー、じゃんけんぽ。あいこでしょ。I lost again. I can't remember the song. What's the Yakimo song that has janken pom in it?
わからないんですけど、私その
I know
曲
what you're
知ら
talking
ないよ。
about. I have heard of that song. Yuki doesn't know it, but I imagine it has something to do with playing jenkin at a yakimo taikai. Yakimo taikai is like a sweet potato party, a sweet potato frying or baking party. I feel like I've heard that song. I feel like we sang it at the kindergarten.
それ新しいキンダーガーデンのソング
I think there's Yakimo Jenkin. I think that's a thing. Yakimo Jenkin, Jenkin Pump.
焼き芋じゃんけんはやったことないです。
She doesn't know what we're talking about, but I'm pretty sure I did that at my kindergarten. And yeah, it's a different type of Jenkin where you do it at a Yakimo party, I guess. I don't know. Someone said, where was that? Oh, I lost it. Someone was saying how you should grow your hair out while you can, because when you get older, it's gonna disappear. It's already disappearing. That's okay.
はい。
We roast sweet potatoes in Egypt too, but in the oven. Okay, nice.
おー、
What is nice haircut in Japanese, Yuki?
いい髪型。
いい髪型. いい髪型.
髪型。
Often what we'll say in Japanese when you notice someone has had their hair cut is instead of complimenting their haircut, first you ask, kamikita? Did you cut your hair? Kamikita?
うんうん。
And then when they say yes, because of course they're going to say yes, they're just happy that you notice for starters. And then what you can respond with after they say yes is 似合ってます or 似合ってるよ if it's more casual. 似合ってるよ you look nice or it looks nice on you. So, 髪切った did you cut your hair?
うんうん。
Yes. 似合ってるよ oh, it looks nice. So that's sort of the progression of that. I feel
まあ
like.
ね、確かに。でもヘアカットでも言うよね。その髪型、ヘアカットが髪型なんですけど。
Haircut is 髪型.
そう、なんか髪型かっこいいねとか。
your haircut is cool or your hairstyle is cool. It's another way. Yeah. Those are good. I want to go to that party.
そうそう、
Sounds
髪
delicious.
型ね。
yeah. 髪型 yes. 髪型はかっこいいとか。
そう。
髪型
漢字がね、多
かっ
分
こいい。
漢字が違うかな。
うん
形が髪型の形
髪型
の
is
そう
this
そう
one.
そ
This is the kanji you want in chat. Kamigata can mean haircut. It can also mean hairstyle. So it can cover both for you. So because someone might not have necessarily cut their hair, they just change their hairstyle.
う。うんうん。
So that can be a compliment for both. Was that 似合って似合 Niao is the verb.
惜しいな。
Niao.
うん。
And the conjugation was the teiru form. So it's it currently looks good. So 似合っている. 似合っている. And then of course you say yo because it's like giving them new information. Like, you know, it looks nice. 似合っているよ or 似合っていますよ. Something like
はい。
that. You're very welcome. Build it up. All right.
私も紫芋好きです。
Yuki likes purple sweet potatoes. I like the ones that are brown and have really orange insides.
ね。
That's mostly what we have in the States.
ね、超美味しいよね、そのオレンジのやつ。
They're much sweeter. And that's actually I think all I've ever eaten back home.
うん。
But in Japan we have the ones that are yellow on the inside. And they're good too, but they're not as sweet as what I think of as a sweet potato.
うんうんうん。
But yeah. Meow sounds like a cat sound. Meow.
確かにね。
Meow. 確かに. It does kind of sound like that.
うん。
Meow. Meow. In practice, yeah. Meow.
確かに。
In
今度
Japanese, though, a cat says
ちょっとやっ
nyang.
てみる私
にゃん
それ。
いいよ。
あれ友達に今度会ったら、
うん
あ、似合うね、似合うねって言ってみるね。
似合うね
似合うねって言ってみるね。
Those are garnet sweet potatoes or jewel sweet potatoes, what we have in the US at Thanksgiving. Yeah, those are the ones that I prefer. And you can get them here as well. I've had both at the Yakimo Taikai.
うん。
But I like the ones we make with marshmallows around Thanksgiving. I don't like marshmallows very much, so I don't know if I've ever had. Oh, no, wait. I know what you're talking about. It's like a casserole with marshmallow and sweet potato. Yeah, that's pretty addicting.
何
I
そ
can do
れ
that.
私が知らないやつじゃないそれ。
I think it would be too sweet for you.
でも食べたことないよね、私。
You might have had it at Christmas when we had it at my grandmother's years ago.
マシュマロのやつ
It doesn't look like marshmallows. Like maybe you have a little bit on top, but it's just the sweet potato casserole or whatever. We have white fleshed sweet potatoes at our store called Japanese yams. I have no idea if they're really Japanese though. But they are totemo oishii. That's probably the ones, yeah. It's like a yellow, a light yellow, or a whitish color. So that might be those. Or Japanese yams, unless they're...
ス
No,
ラ
that's
イミ
probably
ーの
it.
やつ
If they're slimy, then that's yama なんだっけ?
長芋
Nagaimo, yeah.
山芋かな
Long sweet
長
potatoes
芋
are
だ
called.
ね
Especially with maple syrup on top. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I've never had that here. But speaking of which, we need to get more maple syrup. We're out. I haven't seen that. That sounds next level. Yuki, could you do the sweet potato casserole with cinnamon and pecans instead of marshmallows? Not as sweet, tasty though. Cinnamon and pecans. It's very hard to get pecans here. I've never actually seen pecans in the store, so that would be tough. Cinnamon's doable though. And sweet potato casserole with Japanese sweet potatoes, I feel like just wouldn't be as fun. It wouldn't be as good. Not even close. It's not sweet enough. But might still be good.
わかりました。スイートポテトキャサロールを作ってみたいと思います。
Wait, where do you get maple syrup from? You can get it at any supermarket, but they're very, very small jars and very, very expensive.
なんかね、10グラムで200円ぐらいかな。
Really?
違うかなオレンジのさ。
10 grams for maple syrup?
違うわ。間違えた。メープルシロップ、シナモンの話。
Cinnamon, yeah. I was talking about maple syrup.
メープルシロップはもっと高いと思うよ。
10 grams for 200 yen?
いや、
Not
それは、
quite.
そ
Not that
れ
much.
は
But
ない
yeah,
と
it's
思
about
う
this
けど。
big, a little jar. You can get it anywhere though. When I was young, we had real sweet potatoes here, white or pale as well as yams. I hate how they call yams sweet potatoes. Yams are not sweet potatoes. Yams are sweet potatoes pale. That makes sense actually. Yeah. So all I know from growing up is yams, or what you call sweet potatoes now with the orange insides. I guess yeah, they're called yams. And then the paler ones are what we mostly have in Japan. And I guess when my grandmother, Grammy, Margot Coleman there, was younger, they had those as well. Interesting. I didn't know that. All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and jump into today's video? For some reason, no matter what I do, this video ends up, there we go, getting like jerked around every week.
ちょっとね、なんか微調整が行われる。
Yeah, it's a little weird. Time for a ToKini Andy cooking experiment video with sweet potatoes. Woo woo!
ね。
Hello, Andy. I'm Portuguese and self-learning Japanese. I find your clips really helpful. Thank you so much for your lessons and for making me love Japanese anymore. You're very welcome, Osnofa.
ありがとうござい
I'm
ます。
glad they're helpful. Put off kanji since my 7 months learning Japanese until the new kanji series and love learning kanji now. For now. That's awesome. Great. I hope you continue to enjoy it. My aunt always gets mad that the grocery store calls yams sweet potatoes and sweet potatoes yams because according to her, they are not the same and they are mislabeled as the other. There you go. This seems to be a common gripe people have with the supermarkets these days. We don't have that issue here because it's hard to find the yams at all.
そう、オレンジのやつね、ないです。
Very hard to
こちら
find
に
them
は。
once in a while. One time at one of those whatchamacallits, the sweet potato parties at my kindergarten. We have a big bonfire and then you put the sweet potatoes in buckets, surround them with wet newspaper and then put them and add water and then have them boiling in the fire. And we didn't have enough one year, so someone ran to the grocery store next door and bought a bunch, and they ended up being yams. So we cooked those in the fire, and those were excellent. But anyway, let's jump into it.
いいですね。
Welcome
Here
to
we
the
go.
6th ToKini Andy Kanji lesson. Today we're going to cover the meaning, building blocks, writing, historical evolution where applicable, they're
And
just
a
going to keep
story
getting harder
to
to memorize
memorize
each of the following kanji. We'll also... Fortunately, Bbrett100 said these videos are progressing into harder and harder to write kanji. Taihen, and yes, I agree 100%. But the harder the kanji get, the more often that, at least in my experience, they tend to follow those rules we covered in the original rules for writing kanji series. Like the easy kanji in the beginning seem to break those rules a lot. They do like weird things. But the later kanji, like as they get more complicated, they do seem to follow the rules better. So in my experience, the harder they get, they don't actually get that much harder to memorize the way to write them. So that's good to know. Also learn the parts and radicals needed for those kanji. Today, there's 3 new parts we're going to learn. And stick around to the end of the lesson where we'll be doing a quick quiz to help everything stick. Not only are we doing a quick quiz today, the normal one, and we're going to have our little hat with the extra 5 that we're going to be randomly chosen, but we're also going to have a special quiz today where Yuki's going to go through the days of the week, I believe, because the final kanji that we need to cover all the days of the week will be today. So that's exciting. So let's get into it. Our first kanji for today means king. The official radical for king is itself, king. This means it will be showing up in other kanji quite a bit. In fact, the next 2 kanji contain king as a part. I've broken, but not as a radical, down king into 3 parts though, due to its slightly odd stroke order. 1, staff, and 2. So yeah, you could think of this as 1, 1, 1 and staff, or you could think of it as 3 and staff. Either way, the reason I did 1, staff, and 2, just to break it up that way, is because of this stroke order that I'm talking about. 1, then instead of doing the next 2 lines, which you would think of if we were memorizing this as 3, you go 1, then 2, down, and then 3. So that's why I did it these parts, although in the story I just made it 3. There are 4 strokes in king. While in China, they write it how I would personally expect, with the top 2 lines first, the staff cutting through them, and the bottom line last. In Japan, we write it this way. Top stroke, or 1 first, followed by the staff. We then write the kanji 2 through the staff. Agreed, This, Kaylee.
Oh.
of course, is because kings don't have to follow the rules. If you like that dad joke, don't forget to like the video. It really helps. Historically, hey Yuki, Teruhiko says, I came for the kanji, I stayed for the hot yam sweet potato discourse. Do you know the kanji for sweet potato?
さつまいも
Satsumaimo.
あ、さつま書けるかな
Can you write it?
さつま書けないと思う、私。
Here, I'll bring it up for us. Yuki's gonna write us satsumaimo. There is a kanji for satsumaimo.
さつまって、
Satsumaimo.
さつまが、あれ、長崎
これだな。
の薩摩藩の薩摩から来てると思うんで
This
すけ
one,
ど。
eh? Right here,
そう
right
そ
here.
うそう。
これ。Yuki's gonna go ahead and write that for us as we
マジ
continue through the
こんな
way
の
she's going
無
to
理じゃ
try.
ん。
This kanji was meant to be a pictograph of a
Oh,
Look at that one, look at that one. This is so badass. I would hate to have to write this, but look how
そうかな。
cool that is. Broadaxe, which represented a king's authority. Some of those historical broadaxes were
Oh,
pretty badass. Our story for king is the king carries a staff endowed with 3 fluorescent worms shining brightly. Yeah, so I switched it to 3. You could have it as 1, but for like this image, it doesn't make a huge difference. I think to use 1 and 2 separately, you'd have to change the story a bit. I'm sure you could figure it out, but maybe like he's holding it between the 1 and the 2. He could put his hand there. Maybe that's what I should have done. You could do something like that.
Hi.
I've combined the 1 and 2 kanji into 3 for the sake of simplicity. If you've properly imagined the original story for 3, with a 1 and 2 combined, you should be fine here. Remember that it's a good idea to pause. Yuki brought up. Boo-boo. Here is satsumaimo,
はい。
the kanji for it. No, nobody writes it this way. Usually, if you see it written, it'll be satsuma in hiragana,
うん。
and then imo will often be written in kanji, or you'll have the whole thing in katakana, I've seen. But I think pretty common is hiragana, then kanji for imo, because imo's pretty easy to do. But these 2 kanji, they are the kanji for satsumaimo, but quite rare to actually write them that way.
はい。
This one is apparently N1, and this one is jinmeo. って何? Jinmeo kanji? I don't know what that means, but
わかりません。
Yuki too. Not very common though, I don't think.
すいません。わかりません。
Don't worry about it.
なんだろうね。
I don't believe it's juku. Oh, it is jukugo. I mean, it is in the Joyo kanji commonly.
そのさ、お寺の菩薩像とかの菩薩の薩っていう字はこの字だと思うん
Oh,
ですよ。
okay. I don't know what a bosatsubo is.
ブダ
Hmm?
ブダのスタチュー
Ah, that's the
Bosatsu.
kanji used in a Buddha statue. Okay,
Mm.
interesting. Well, all of the parts are recognizable at least. Yes, indeed. Is emo N5? Emo is not N5, I don't believe. I don't believe we cover emo until N4.
そう
or
N4
3.
じゃないよね
Oh, no, not even
もっ
close.
と
It's
もっと
N1.
うん
Emo is actually apparently N1. So you don't have to worry about that too much.
うん
All right, back into the video. Hopefully, I remember to keep the video on screen this week. That would be
はい
nice.
そうだね
Hibiku has lots of strokes. Yes, indeed, it
ね
does.
でも響くはね書けるよ
Yeah, but Hibiku is actually, like, I agree. It has a lot, but it's actually not that hard. Like, let's just bring it up. I'll see if I can write it quickly.
Hi.
So the story I have, or the thing I remember, is that we have a thread in my old hometown. I believe it's just like this, okay? And then it's a sound. So, is that right?
まあうんちょっと惜しいんですけど
Oh, close, she says.
最初のところはこれがね止まるんじゃなくてこっち側にシュイーってな
Ah,
る
right. I gotta go like that. You come around like this. Okay.
そうそ
So like the parts, when you learn these parts,
ううんうん、
like this, I believe is Furusato, or no, not Furusato. It's something like my old
so
hometown on top, and then the sound. So like you could think of this as like the sounds of my old hometown echo in my mind, or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You can come. I'll have a story for it when we get to it, but the parts are actually quite recognizable. Not too hard to remember.
今更なんですけど、
はい
時に扇風機ありがとうございましたイントロの時
Yuki wanted to say thank you for becoming a
ありがとうご
member
ざいます
again during the
セニョ
premiere.
ルセ
Thank
レ
you
ナさんあり
very
がと
much,
うご
Carl.
ざいました
So as the kanji get more complicated, you see where thinking of parts helps. Indeed, yeah. So like if you know those parts, all those parts, it's much easier to remember that kanji. Like obviously King here, you don't really need a story like this to remember King. Like it's simple enough, but when they get more complicated, it definitely helps. Potato is N1. Don't know how I feel about that. So N1, the N levels, they're not based on complexity of the kanji, the way it's written. They're more based on how often you're going to see it. Right? So like a new student coming to college in Japan, they're probably not going to see emo, the kanji for emo, very frequently, or need to use it. And in fact, I don't think o, this kanji o, I don't even think that's N5. But you'll remember that we are also covering the kanken level 10 here. Yeah, this kanji o is actually N3. This is an N3 kanji, so you're getting advanced here. But I'm covering the kanji that kids learn in the order that they learn them as well. So this is a kanken level 10 N3 kanji. So we're doing both combined. So like you're not going to need o as a student, a new student right away. Although knowing the part is helpful because you probably will need country. But so we're always doing the parts necessary before we move on to the next, to the kanji that contain it. And country is an N5 kanji, so good to know, eh? Pause the video after each story and really try to imagine it, or to create a story of your own that will help you remember the kanji even better. Horse. Make sure the story contains the meaning and every single part in some way. All we've done is add a drop to the king kanji, and now we have Jewel. Welcome, darkness. Not the artist. The Stones. Not that band either, sorry. Well, you get what I mean. I want to mention that this also frequently means ball, but I chose Jewel as the meaning for this series. The official radical for Jewel, someone asked about what grade do kids start learning kanji in? Grade 1, as soon as they get to elementary school. So the first grade in elementary school they start, and they cover the first 80 or so kanji. Kanken level 10ish is grade 1.
そうだけど最初のなんか夏休みまでの半分の楽器は多分ひらがなやると思う
Yes, the first couple months of first grade is learning the hiragana. Many kids already know the hiragana when they start, but they cover it's practice for sitting in class and practicing writing correctly. So they do that for the first few months in school, and then the rest of the first year they cover the Kanken 10 kanji, which we're covering in this series. So by the end of this the first level of this series, when we go through all the readings, you'll be able to read the same amount as first year elementary school students, and you'll have all the N5 covered. So we're going to be going up through the grades and the ones they teach foreigners as well. Is not king, which annoys me more than it should. We can easily break it down into kanji and drop, though. Jewel has 5 strokes, which are written in exactly the same way as king. Why isn't king the official radical? The drop is written last, while drops on top of a kanji or on the outside of it are usually written first. When the drops are within the kanji or an enclosure, they're usually written last for that part. Historically, jewel hasn't changed much over the years. So for our story, we have the king has changed much. Good English, Andy. Has drip. Look at all those jewels on his shoes as he kicks a ball. Here I've combined the 2 common meanings of this kanji, despite choosing only jewel as the meaning we'll be using in future kanji that... Yeah, I won't do this too often. Like, I won't be putting multiple meanings for single kanji. But this one, like, while it does mean jewel, and it's a good way to remember it, ball is also, like, equally common for this kanji. Does tamanegi use this kanji? Yeah, so like onion uses this kanji, things like that, which obviously has nothing to do with jewels unless you really, really like onions, or you got like a diamond onion. It's clearly ball or like a circular item. So I decided to keep them both there. That this shows up in. Now, when we throw that jewel into a box or enclosure, we get country. Quite philosophical if you think about it. As soon as you start putting things of value into boxes and trying to protect them, you have to make a country to protect the jewel in the box protecting citizens. Get subscribed for more deep political philosophy content. This cracked me up. There's a comment down here. This manga is so epic. Spoiler. Uso dies.
Utsu dies.
Utsu dies. Official radical for country is mouth. Or an enclosure box, which means the boxes and the cordoning off of value is what makes the country, not the jewels. All right, I'll stop. The parts here are obviously mouth and jewel. Country has 8 strokes, making it the most stroke-heavy kanji we've learned to date. Of course, if you've learned I felt like this was going really fast, and I was like, why does this feel like it's so much faster than every week? And I just realized, yeah, we haven't written them at all. We haven't shown you how we write them, and we haven't showed you how to type any of them at all. So, time to pause the video and get into all the parts that we just skipped. I was getting too involved in chat and stuff and completely forgot that we had other things to do. We had work to do here. All right, guys. So let's go all the way back to king, and we're gonna have Yuki write how she would write king nicely.
Hi.
And then I'll write it too. And then we'll show you how you can type it.
ちょっと戻った方がいい?
Oh, that's not showing up in screen yet.
はい。
1, 2, 3, 4.
はい。
Beautiful. Let's see if I can do it. 1, 2. Oh, it's not connected. 3, 4. Oh, it's not connected on the bottom either. Oh no.
まあいいでしょう。
It's still readable.
はい。
A quick writing of it is exactly the same. The top is at least connected on mine. You see it's a little bit more wispy, but one thing to note here, which is interesting to me, is that the lines don't curve up so much as they would in like 7 or something. They're straighter lines for king.
真ん中がね、ちょっと短いとなお良いと思います。
Yes, the middle should be a little bit shorter.
ちょっとね、ちょっとだけ短いといいと思います。
All right. Now, the way you could type this, the easiest way to type this, I would say, would be O. With a long O. So you've got O, U. So that's how you're going to be able to type this in chat when we get to the quiz. Once again, I'll keep mentioning that we're teaching you how to type it in the live stream. We're not teaching you the words, although this is a word, and that's the word for king. We're not trying to learn this as like a reading or anything. This is just like a bonus for the people at the live stream so they can learn to type it so that they can participate in the quiz in chat. Don't worry about this part too much. Oh. So that will get you, the kanji into chat. So we got a lot of people practicing it there. The first was, well, a bunch of people actually. Hops, Pullux, Hops, J Klopp, Kaylee, and Meets the Fish. All right, you guys got it going. Koi King Hime. All right, good. We're good to go. Type O, then hit space. Yeah, that's the important part. Remember, always hit the space bar until you find the kanji you're looking for. It'll pop up on screen underneath your cursor, and then just keep hitting space bar until you hit the one you want, then enter. Probably once or twice, depending on if you're Windows. Once Windows, you'll hit enter. Twice if you're on Mac, you have to hit it. But that will get you king. All right. Sweet. So the next kanji that we did, but we have not actually drawn for you yet. That's a nice crown, Yuki.
どうも。
Will be almost the same thing, but jewel. Jewel or ball, round item, whatever you want to call it.
はい。
Am I the only one here on my phone? Nah, I'm sure there's some people on their phones. How many people are watching on computer and how many people are watching on phones? Drop the emoji for each into chat and we'll see.
ちょっと斜めちゃったか
Keitai. Will that get it to pop up? You type Keitai in Japanese and hit space a bunch of times, an iPhone will show up. Pasokon. If you type pasokon and you hit enter a bunch of times, you'll get a computer.
いいじゃないですか
So you can just do that. Type it in Japanese and you'll get the emoji. someone's Kaylee's watching via an old telephone. As is N Meets the Fish. Cool. So you don't have video, I guess, just audio. That's
どう
cool.
やってこうチュチュチュチュチュチュチュみたいなやつ
Oh,
かな
nice.
これ
Chat on my phone TV. I have it on my TV and chat on my phone. Okay, that's cool. Innovative.
おー
Get double the viewers that way. That's awesome. Thank you. Lampy the Clown's on Pascal, Gina Durrell, and Koi King Hime are on computer. Darkness Raptor X computer. Carson Avery's on phone. Z John on computer. Ruby on computer. Pollux on computer. Me on computer.
あ
Lampy the
結
Clown on
構この
computer.
赤いフォンの人いるんですけどこれなんだ
Darkness is on the emergency bat phone, as well as N Meets the Fish. Didn't work. Yeah. It depends on the system. I'm sure some computers or some operating systems might not have all of the emoji in there. If not, you can click on the little face to add a reaction and scroll way down, and there should be. Or just type in search for emoji if you type in computer. Computer, yeah, that'll show up. These ones show up for me when I type computer. If I type phone
誰かす
into
ごい
emoji search, I
し
got
なんか
this.
スタジオみたいなとこにいるのかな
These ones, eh? That shows up if you don't have to type in Japanese to get them. You can also do the emoji chat. I didn't even think to look for a smartphone emoji. Yes. All right, nice. So
Hi.
back over to my version of Tama. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the dot comes last.
うんうん
Oh, I have my blue one here. That's okay.
はい
All right, and then a quick version of it.
そんな変わりません
Yeah, pretty much the same. Although the dot's way further out.
あそうだねまあこの点はあればいい
Yeah, the important thing is to have the dot. It doesn't matter so much if it's like between the
う
two
んうんうん
lines or sort of outside of it. It looks like both of us, when we wrote it carefully, the line was
う
inside.
ん
But when we wrote it fast, it came sort of outside. So that's something to be aware of when you're looking at handwriting. But
本
that's
当だ
okay.
ねどんどん転がってっちゃうんだね外にこれ
Yeah, the faster you go. I'll do it carefully.
ちょっと下手くそ
Carefully, and it will definitely be inside, eh? Wow, there you go. That's what I'm always trying to get Yuki to write here. What she would really write it like fast. That's probably, let's zoom in on that bad boy.
バッドボーイかなそれすいませんね本当
This is what you're going to see in real handwriting. You're like, that's the one. That's the one.
いや本当ねクイックライティングね大変だよね読めないよ
Okay. So to type this one, here's how we'll get it. The banana phone.
バナナフォン私も持ってるよ
Right. So to type this kanji quickly,
うん。
you're going to want to write
はい。
tama. A couple other things will probably show up, but tama will be the easiest way to get this show up. It shows up first for me. You also might get the one for like baseball, which is this one. I'll pop it in chat. Some of you might get that first. You can see that it contains this ball kanji as a part, but this is just for the circle one. There you go. Yeah, you got a Grammy. Nice. Everyday Dashi, good. Carson Avery, good. Koiking Hime, good. All right, so that brings it up. Raptor X also was there really fast. That's not real handwriting. When my sensei writes, we squinted it like it's a doctor's prescription. What kanji is that? It matters when you do country. I had problems at the beginning with that drip inside the mouth. Ah, yes. You have to be a little bit more careful then, I imagine. Yaku kakkoi. Indeed, kakkoi. All right, nice. So we've got that one covered. And now we are on country, but we'll wait. Now we can come back to the video, and we'll get to country at the end of this. Mouth and jewel, well, this won't be a problem. As always, we do not close boxes or enclosures until we finish drawing what's inside of them. So we draw the 2 strokes of mouth first, followed by the jewel inside. So here, obviously, the dot is in between the 2 lines. We then close the box, creating our first country. Someone asked, what is tamago? That is egg, actually. Egg. So someone just asked, let's bring this up, what this kanji is. I just wrote that wrong, by the way. It's actually 3 strokes. Is this in the next video, I think? I think I teach this in the next video. This is in lesson 7. This is the kanji for child. We'll learn that next week. To write it correctly, that's the correct stroke order for it. But anyway, this is tamago, and that is egg. So a ball child is an egg, interestingly. On we go. Historically, it seems that this kanji had completely different parts drawn inside the box. Sometimes even citizens. Someone asked a good question that I was waiting for it to come up. But wouldn't you write this kanji for tamago? So yes, this is another version. Yuki, can you write tamago for me since I can't reach over there? So that is the single kanji for tamago. And yes, you can write it that way, but this is an alternate writing for it. They're both correct. But with that said, this is just popped into my mind now. I don't know if it's correct. Let's find out with Yuki. What I'm going to guess, this is just a guess, is that this one is for the ones we buy at the supermarket, and this one is for like an egg that is still alive.
そうなの?
I'm asking. I don't know.
わかんない.
I would bet, I would be willing to bet that if you're talking about like a bird's egg that it's sitting on, you're going to use this one. And if you're talking about writing about eggs that you buy at the supermarket to eat, I'm guessing you'll use this one. I don't know. I'm not saying that's the case. That's like my random guess there. I bet you they're both interchangeable. You can probably use both in each situation, but I bet you that this one's more common. I'm just betting. If I was a betting man, I'd say this one's more common for living eggs, and this one's more common for food. But I don't know.
そうなのかな? ちょっと調べるね.
Yuki's gonna look it up. She looks very surprised. She's unsure. So she's gonna look that up.
意味は絶対同じなんですよ。
They're definitely the same meaning, but she's gonna look up if that might be the case. I'm curious too. We're gonna continue with this though, since some of these characters are still in use and considered alternate versions of this most common probably true kanji. Darkness just asked, so Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi is tamago. Yeah, maybe. Tamagotchi は卵と友達の合体した言葉?
Chi はわかんないけど
She's not sure about chi, whether that's from tomodachi or not, but possibly yes.
だけどその時その時代たまごっちの時の時代
They were egg shape.
そうなんだけど人のなんかニックネームで何々ちっていうのが流行ってたんですよ。
Interesting.
だからアンディッチとか
at the time that Tamagotchi came out, it was a popular or a common, like, it was a trend. It was a trend, she said, to add chi at the end of your friend's name. So like Yukichi or Andichi. So adding that chi at the end of the name was a trend. So they just thought that tamago plus chi was like calling it, the name of the thing was egg, and then adding chi as like a cute little thing at the end. Interesting. Yuki just looked up the tamago thing. We'll see if she's got that while we continue on through the video. Story for country is the king and his jewels are entrapped or enclosed by the people of his country. He must make sure they're fed. A good king is what I probably should have said. You know what? I can bring this up. Oh no, I don't have this on. It's only on my Mac. I would have to bring it up on my Mac. Oh, wait, she's saying 本当だ。
ちょっと、
はい。
はい、いいですか、私のタ
Yuki's
ーン
going
にな
to
っちゃって。
explain. はい。
はい、こっちの卵の漢字は、やっぱりその食べる、料理するやつとか。
Oh, this one.
こっちが。
Okay. So it looks like what I thought is the exact opposite. So this one is for eggs that you eat.
そう。で、料理とかもこれ。
So for the food, eggs that you eat, yeah, the food, the cooked food is this one.
で、これが、なんて言えばいいの？子孫繁栄するための
the type of eggs you need to create a being. So like eggs that humans have and eggs that birds are sitting on. So it's the exact, I would have lost the bet, but I had the right idea. It's just that they were the opposite. This one's the food one. This one is the living eggs. ってことだよね? Okay. So exact opposite of what I said. I would have lost that bet. Sort of. Well, definitely.
そうらしいね。そう、こっちがなんか他の
確かに段の時はこれだよね。
そう、なんかセルディビジョンの時の欄、サイエンス
This is more scientific, yeah. It's definitely this one. So I should have known that actually. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
で、こっちは料理。
Scientific. Food, scientific. Good to know. Okay, that has nothing to do with the lesson today, so we're going to get back to that. But I lost that bet. Still cool. Bringing us to our first non-kanji part. Human roof. The reason for this name is that technically this is the kanji person and how it appears when it's drawn as a kanmuri or crown radical. Officially, it is known as person's roof when it's in this position. So it's worth learning separately. It is a radical, so it doesn't have a radical, although person could be considered its part. The two strokes in this character are the same strokes as in person, although it's sort of doing a split. Remember that the person we used, we didn't do country. We are so distracted by food today. First sweet potatoes and now eggs. Someone's hungry. Maybe me.
私が卵調べてる間に忘れちゃったってこと？
違う。今日は漢字より食べ物のこと話してるんですね。
確かにね。焼き芋もね。
そう、焼き芋。And here, let's move this over just a little bit.
じゃあ、国いきますよ。
Okay, Yuki's gonna go ahead and write country for us.
はい。
All right, there's country.
ちょっと斜めっちゃった。
A little lopsided, yeah. Let's see if I can do it with my extended arms any better. We've got the opening of the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's got to be shorter. 6. Now, before we close the box, we need that line. 7, 8.
はい。
Oh, balance is not so good. It's a little bit too low down here. Yuki's space in between here is very good.
まあそれは何回も書いてますからね。
She says that's because I've written it so many times. I've got a bit too much space there. But anyway, writing it quickly.
はい。
Oh, look at the extension there. Look at this line. It comes 1, 2, 3. And then for some reason, she comes back and writes. Look at that. See that line there? That's cool. Oh, that's a garbage kanji. Can you guys see that? We need to get darker pens for next week.
ね、ちょっともうちょっと大きく書いた方がいいかな、この早いバージョンは。
Although if you write it big, it won't be so fast. Ooh,
はい。
that's nice, nice.
ちょっとかすれちゃった。本当早く買いに行かないと。なんでこれを先に Amazon で買わなかったんだ、このペンを。
I just ordered a bunch of things we need for the live stream on Amazon, except for the pens. Oh well.
壁買っちゃってね。いっぱい壁買ったけど。
We got our new wall, but no markers for the live stream. That was bad priorities. Anyway, how you're going to type this one, somebody's already mentioned in chat, I believe Alasabi,
はい。
is...
私書きますね。
Well, a bunch of people are already writing it because they saw
もうみんな知ってる。
72 Alasabi. Right. Kuni. Kuni.
はい。
There it is. Kuni. Kuni will get it.
国も
Makoku is the Chinese reading, but I feel like Kuni will definitely show up on the first try, whereas Koku could be many other things.
まあそうだね。
Kuni, first spacebar hit, enter, and then Koku, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. It's the fifth for Koku. So definitely Kuni is going to be the faster way to type it. All right.
はい。
Niku. Yes, not to be confused with Niku. Kuni and Niku are definitely not even related. Although, no, all those. They both have enclosures. That's the only difference. With this kanji, I could finally translate the game name Ni no Kuni. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Ni no Kuni.
そうだよ。二の国の国です。
Have I showed you guys this before?
もう見せたよね。スペルブックのやつ。
あれ？
嘘でしょ？あるでしょ？
どこに行った？
ないの？
あった。My Ni no Kuni book. Take a look at this thing.
すごいね、これ。
This is from the game Ni no Kuni. It's quite easy to read too, because it's got furigano of everything.
このスペルさ、もう教えてくれるのすごいよ
From
ね。
the DS game. Yeah. Super cool. Because you actually have to write them in the DS version.
うん。
Okay, anyway.
あ、そうだ。この。
多分 second country. Instead of
そうなんだ。
country of two, it's probably second country? No?
そうなんだ、二の国。
I'm assuming. I don't know. I haven't played that much of it yet. So, anyway, nice. For our person story will always be used when person is a part of a kanji. This part is no exception. So, Ando-san becomes a human roof by doing a split on top of roofless buildings, as he does. Our next part, which we'll be seeing quite a bit in other kanji, is 8 horse leg crown. This is one of the first ones where I'm not using the official name for it, because I don't believe this is an official... No, it is an official radical. I think it is. This is not
it's
an
not
official radical.
Oh, I just said
but
it.
a very common part. It's
very
often
common part,
explained that
yes.
it's the same as a part we'll learn later. This one. But being the same as a... Right. Now, this is an official radical. And this is apparently... This one that we're doing right now is like a different writing of this, officially, of this part, which means grass. But that later kanji or part is not helpful for us. For the purposes of differentiating them in this course, we'll be referring to this as what its pictograph looks like to me. A horse lying upside down on the ground with its legs in the air. Can you see that? Look, it's the body of the horse. And its legs are up in the air. Or some kind of animal. I don't know, an anteater, whatever. Since we've covered horses in this course as 8 horses, and the stroke order is the same as 8 horses. By the way, a lot of books cover this as horns. Horns, like horse horns. And I can't remember why I decided not to do that. I think there is another one that is officially that. There was a reason for it. Because technically I suppose this was supposed to be like the kanji for 8 or something like that. I can't remember exactly why I chose this name.
そうそう、その部分はこれ本当は8なんですよね。
Yeah, so the top of that is actually 8, but like upside down. So it actually is. It does have to do with 8, actually. So like there was reasoning behind that. We go with an 8 horse leg crown. as it usually appears above other kanji. Though from time to time, these 2 dots without the bottom stroke are used within kanji. Someone said even with IME, they can't get this one to come up. And they said because that's radicals, not kanji. Now, actually, that's not quite true because the reason this one won't come up is because it's not officially a radical. It's just a common part. So you'd have to find it. You can get it. There's a way to type it. There is a character for it. But for actual radicals, like you can get actual radicals that come up in IME. So for example, I'm going to type Ninben, which is the name of the people on the right, Ninben. If you type that, oops, not Ningen, Ninben. If you type it and hit down far enough, you can get the actual radicals to show up. So it's definitely possible to get radicals to show up on IME. And consider the same part, which is annoying, but that's kanji. Officially, this isn't a kanji, so we won't be covering an official radical. Although, it's this super old character, if you're... So this is what that last grass thing was based on. Looks like 2 hands in the air. And that's where this comes from originally, but if you're interested. We will consider itself as its only part. The strokes are exactly as you'd expect. Write each dot starting with the one on the left, and the horizontal line below it last. This looks like some kind of like, I don't know, like an emoji or something, or like an angry emoji, or like a game character. These are its eyes and its mouth. I don't know, that's what it looks like to me. The story we'll use for this part is 8 horses lying on their backs, legs in the air. The reason their legs are in the air, according to that picture, is a sad. I don't think they made it. 8 horses lying on their backs, legs in the air. Bringing us to our first actual kanji that uses... This is our first, I think, this is the most difficult kanji we've covered to date, I think. In my opinion, the last 2 parts. Gold. This also often refers to money or metal in general, but the meaning we'll use is gold. The official radical will make you happy. It's just gold. But Are you happy? Are you happy? It's fair though, because this shows up in a lot of other kanji. Like tons and tons of kanji have this as a radical. So the fact that it is a radical makes sense. Break this down into human roof, 1, dirt, and 8 horse leg crown. You could also, so this is one way you could do it. I believe that this is the correct, quote, correct way to break it down. But if you wanted to, if you look at the stroke order, you could totally say 2 and then a staff and then the part we just learned, the upside down horse. But officially, I believe that this is supposed to be dirt. So I went with the quote, official breakdown of this. Inside a kanji this time. Writing is in exactly the order of those parts, and it has 8 strokes, tying it with country. We won't be covering that one, Darkness. With the most strokes that we've learned so far. We write the roof, then the 1, then the 10 part of dirt, the 2 dots of 8 horse leg crown, and finally the last line in dirt, or in 8 horse leg crown, whichever one you want. Historically, this kanji, this thing looks really sick, but it doesn't help us memorize it, so I didn't cover it much. It hasn't changed much, and certainly nothing that will help us remember it more than this image. Beneath an Ando-san inspired roof, 1 fluorescent worm illuminates the dirt below it, a gravestone marking the spot where 2 gold horse legs stick out of the dirt. So you can see the parts there, right? We've got human roof on top, we've got the 1 illuminating down below, and then we've got our 10 staff. Remember the 10 staff, it looks like a gravestone to me, so I always use that in the story as well, especially when there's dirt involved. Dirt looks to me like a gravestone, but it contains the number 10, that part. So we've got that part, and then we've got the horse legs down below. Thank you so much, Carl, Senor Serena, Andy Sensei と Yuki Sensei. 今日のクイズは私が休んでもいいですか？難しすぎるですから。You can certainly take a break if you want to. You can certainly take a break if you want to. Let us know if you want us to write anything for you. Senor Serena, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a new little button above this with a heart. Oh, I can heart it. That's cool. I was able to just heart that. That's really neat.
おー
Okay, neat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. The poor 8 horses rest here, hopefully in peace. Though with those golden legs, I imagine the grave robbers will be here soon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try and write this one
はい
out. Thank you so much again. Appreciate that. You are able to take a break if you'd like to, but you can also try. Ooh, I like the flare out on that. Okay, so you can see that up here, it kind of looks like 2, right? We've got the shorter one on top and then the longer one here. This one is even longer down below, though. So you could not think of this as 3, and it would be counterproductive to do that anyway, because then, like, you've got the short, long, longer. The stroke order would be all wrong if you think of it as 3. So really, thinking of it like dirt, I think it is useful. So you got the or 2, and then the staff, and then this thing. Notice how Yuki does this one almost straight up and down, and this one comes back a little bit more. And then the roof is like super, super, like a temple roof almost. Really big and popping out there. So mine is not quite as dramatic, unfortunately.
それドラマティックで書いてんのかな私は長く
Oh, mine angles up here. That was not very good. This is actually pretty terrible. I'm going to do it
いいじゃ
again.
ん
Oh, she says okay.
そ
All
う
right,
じゃあ
we'll
も
leave
う
it.
もう一回どうぞ
はい、ありがとう。1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
はいいいんじゃないでしょうか
Ignore this part. All right, our super fast gold is... Welcome to the stream, Japan Get. Ooh, we've got the connecting lines here. You can see all those. There's that angry face. It looks even more like an angry face when you write it like this. There's my super fast one. I always want to write this kanji like this. I always want to write it like that. Not like that, obviously. It almost looks like if you just look at this quickly, like if you come back to the video and take a look here, it does kind of look like king is in here, but it is not the king part. It is not king. And the stroke order, not only the stroke order, but the length of the lines will show you that this is not king. So that's an important thing if you remember that, you should be fine with the stroke order. I think I gotta mess with the camera settings because I don't think it's so much that the markers are bad. It's just that the settings I have on the camera. Sorry guys, I'm gonna mess with this for a second. Let's see if I can get it up. You know
そうなの
Because look, it's super bright white here. The white balance is all off on this. I'll have to make it look better next stream.
あそうなんだ
It's not the markers that are the issue. It's the camera settings. Anyway.
はい
To type this one, the best way you're going to... Well, there's 2 different ways you could do it. You could do it with kane, which...
マニーの感じ
money, or king. A bunch of you did king in chat from Alasabi. I think kane will make it pop up first. So kane and king also pops up first for me, but there's a lot of other kanji that are king. Kane there's only a few. There's that one and bell. So... Kane is probably going to be your best bet. I would go with that one. But you can also write it as king if you prefer. And that will get it up on chat for you.
いいですね
Very good. Grammy got it. Five-Toed Sloth Bear got it. And the money bags. Kane is easier to type in my opinion. I agree because for king you have to hit the N twice. Kane is a little bit easier. Although, I don't know. That's probably going to be up to other people.
金ってこういう感じ
Why would Kaneko come up for you if you just type Kane? Interesting. You must type to a person called Kaneko.
アニマルクロッシングのベルは金だよね。だけど、ベルズの金は違う金だよね。
Right. All right, so on we go back to the video. Pew, we've got one more part and one more kanji. Bringing us to our last part. Person hiding on left. This is another part that is the same as person. But I mentioned how you can type this one before. We don't cover the parts in our little drawing thing, but ninben will get you this part on a keyboard. Ninben is the hen part on the left. Depending on where person is used as a radical, its name changes. In this case, it's person on left, as it's a hen radical, or on the left radical. Thus, this part often hints that the kanji it's a part of has something to do with things that people do, as parts in the hen position often impart some form of meaning onto a kanji. Being a radical, this doesn't have a radical, although it is person, and it's its only part. It does look like the strokes for this part are exactly the same as those in person, with the left stroke first, although if you put the font next to each other, they're clearly a bit different. Ninben. The E takes up a lot more space than the right second. But because it appears on the left, it's written a bit differently. The first stroke is written above, and the second stroke is written as a straight line coming out of the middle of the first. Our story for this part is, when Ando-san is hiding next to something, we imagine him peeking out from behind it on the left, as in to the left of the part that person hiding on left is drawn with. Right on. Kind of like this next kanji, which means rest, as in to take a rest. The official I don't know what other rest it would mean. What other rest could I have been thinking of when I said, as in to take a rest? Radical for rest is person hiding on the left, which gives us a hint that this kanji will have something to do with things people do. Its parts are person hiding on the left and tree. What do people do next to trees? Well, obviously lots of things, but taking a rest is one of my favorites. Rest has 6 strokes. The other rest I could have been thinking of is the rest of something, I guess. Right. Oh, yeah, there it is. The Andrew Prost got there. Then the tree to the right. Yeah, that's one, Kaylee. Historically, this kanji hasn't changed much. I like the old ones. I really like the old tree, like this one. This one is really cool. The way that it looks kind of like a rune, as in RuneScape. They look pretty cool. I like those. Involving the relevant person kanji at the time. Oh, Yuki's. Yeah, that one's really neat. Is that how it was written? I don't know. It could be like that they wrote it. I feel like that, like stopping and stuff, is more of a modern thing, though. I bet you it was written. Once again, if I were a betting man, I'd guess like this, and then I bet you that's how it was written. But I don't know. I'm losing all my bets today, but that's what my guess would be. I bet relevant tree kanji at the time. Our story for rest is Ando-san's favorite place to take a rest is behind a nice big tree. We see him peeking out from behind it with a beer in hand. Although there's no beer in the picture. On the left, of course. At least Ando-san and the beer has nothing to do with the story, so it's not that important. And I agree on one thing. Ando-san's definitely an OG RuneScape player. And a Nekopara player, apparently, if you've watched the visual novel video. Resting place. Which brings us to... Stop. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and take a rest and write rest.
Yay.
I really need to... Yeah, whatever. I'll mess with the color later. Very nice. The tree is definitely a bit small, I guess. Oh, we'll go with my blue one over here. And there's my rest. My tree is also a bit small and bending to the right. But that's okay. All right, let's see how we would write it super fast. It doesn't change much, eh? Tree is pretty simple, so it doesn't change much fast. That doesn't look very nice. But it's fine. All right. So to type this one, this one's kind of tough because Yasumi is how I type it in chat, but the hiragana, always comes up with it. So if you put yasumi, obviously the mi is going to come up. So to get just the kanji, you'd have to hit backspace after you get it to show up. So that's probably not the best way to get it to show up. Another way, so you can do yasumi, press spacebar, enter, then backspace, and that will get it for you. But you may want to get it to pop up using Q instead. Now, a lot of other things are going to show up first. That's the only other issue. We have 9, we have level, we have fast or like suddenly. Then we have the hiragana show up, and then rest comes up 5th for me. So now if you do it once, Q, and you hit it again, spacebar, then it should show up first. So there's 2 options. If you just do Q right now and choose it, then during the quiz, that'll probably show up fast. Yeah, yasumu is another way you could type it. Yasumu, enter, backspace on the mu, and that will get the kanji for you as well. Either way, it's up to you. All right, let's get to the quiz. Dando-san and I agree on one thing: a good resting place. Which brings us to the lesson 6 quiz. I was thinking about this the other day. When's the last time you climbed a tree? Like when I was a kid, I loved climbing trees. Have you ever climbed a tree, Yuki?
あります。
When's the last time you climbed a tree?
小学校
When she was in elementary school.
5年生くらいかな。
5th year elementary student. Okay. Me, probably high school? Probably high school. Although, wait. When we went hiking in America a couple weeks ago, I climbed a tree.
本当だね。
I climbed a tree. I forgot about that. That was the first time I probably climbed a tree in like 10, 15 years. Well, no. I used to climb trees all the time at the kindergarten when I worked there. Tiny
そう
trees.
なんですか。
But like, we don't climb trees much anymore, eh? I liked climbing trees. Although now every time I climb a tree, I seem to run into tons of spider webs. I don't know. How about you guys? When's the last time you climbed a tree? I was watching a YouTube video with that Titus guy down in Kentucky. And he was climbing trees and like hanging down like a monkey. I was like, I want to do that. But yeah. Anyway, in this section of the video, I'll show you a flashcard with the English meaning for a kanji. Pause the video when we show each card and try to remember how to write that kanji. Next, text it on your hand with your finger or on a piece of paper. Then press play and see if you were right. The best way to remember kanji you just learned is to search your memory for the story we taught you, or the one you made based on the English word on the flashcard. Our first card is King.
はい。
All right, pausing.
誰が最初に来るかな。
Thank you so much, Kaylee. Could I get my daughter's name in kanji? Sophia. Yes, you absolutely can. Sophia. All right. Thank you so much, Kaylee. Appreciate that. Oh, I forgot to read out the answers. Our first one was N meets the fish. N meets the fish. Then 72 Alasabi. Pollux got 3rd place. Carson Avery in 4th. Koi King Hime in 5th. Darkness in 6th. Everyday Dashi in 7th. 5-Toed Sloth Bear in 8th. Lamey the Clown in 9th. All right. Very good job. 5-Toed Sloth Bear almost got there much faster, but unfortunately their keyboard was in English. Sophia, you guys don't just like play sports like normal people? Not that frequently, unfortunately. I used to play soccer a bit more, but forgot to change my input method. I climbed a tree once or twice when I was a kid, but I used to scale fences more. Interesting. All right. Probably depends on where you grew up. All right, so let's see if we can get the answer. The answer is King. Very good. And Yuki also had that written over here.
Hi.
She's working on Sophia's name. Do we have our basket? Because we're going to be doing we're going to be doing the mixed quiz in between to mix things up. So now we're going to erase King. And while Yuki works on Sophia, I'm going to be picking our first random kanji, which will be taken from every single one from every single stream we've done so far. So we're on lesson 6. So this will be one of the kanji from lessons 1 through 5. Yes, the basket of destiny. A pumpkin. All right, here we go. Let's see what it is. The first random kanji you're going to be writing today. Oh boy, this is a difficult one. Sun. Sun is the first random kanji for today. Let's see who can get that one going. Sun. 72 Alisabi is first with N Meets the Fish in second. Pollux in third. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, lots more fences than trees there. Koi King Hime in fourth. Carson Avery in fifth. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in sixth. Kaylee in seventh. Darkness in eighth. Lamy the Clown in ninth. Everyday Dashi in 10th. And Build It Up in 11th. Senor Serena comes in 12th. Everyone got there in the end. Mopo has thrown the moon out there. All right, so sun is, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's sun. All right. Very good. So we're going to go back over to the official quiz now. Next is Jewel. Jewel. Ooh, I heard the sound effect coming and I paused that just in time. Let's see who can get there for Jewel. Kaylee gets there first with Darkness in second, Pollux in third, N Meets the Fish in fourth, Everyday Dashi in fifth. 72 Alisabi was tricked into getting a later number here by people asking a question of them so that they couldn't answer fast enough. Everyday Dashi fifth, Build It Up in sixth, Koi King Hime in seventh, Five-Toed Sloth Bear in eighth. Senor Serena almost got there, but that is actually a kanji for something else, but the dot is just moved. We'll be learning that eventually. Lamy the Clown, I can't remember what number that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. 9th place. Very good job. We've learned that the way to make sure 72 Alisabi does not get first is to ask a question before we go to the next part of the quiz. Yeah, I just knew it was close to King. Yes, indeed. Yeah, probably a latency thing. And also just being probably very, very good at it. Maybe very fast typer. Golden Ball is an... I can't remember if it's an item in Pokemon. Is the Golden Ball...
so.
It is? Oh, yeah. It's a thing in Pokemon. Yes, according to Yugi. All right.
高価なやつですよね。高い3000円で売れる。
Ah, the one you can sell really expensive? Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's a thing. We got on Sophia.
はい。
Hi, Sophia is good to go.
はい。
Jijun.
お待たせしました。
All right. This is the kanji that Yuki came up for your daughter, Kaylee. It's called Sophia.
そう、ちょっとね、フィという音の漢字はないので。
So there are no kanji that are read as fi. So we're using a kanji for he.
ごめんね。ちょっと近い音でお願いします。で、そうは、人思うという字です。この感想のそうとか、気持ちの
想像のそうでもあるね。So the first kanji here is to think of a person or people thinking, and it can be used in things like imagination or thinking of a person. So that's the first kanji. So?
はい。で、この日は、お姫様の日です。妃の日。
The second kanji here is the one for princess. 姫。はい。
で、あは、彩りがあるっていう、その、色鮮やかな愛、あやという字なんですけど、あで読みます。
The second one has to do with coloring a thing, coloring in things, basically being colored. So, imagination, princess, and then like being colorful, basically,
はい。
is the kanji for Sophia. So thanks a lot again, Kaylee. I appreciate that. Colorful, yeah, colorful. That's the one.
ありがとうございます。
All right, so we already finished Jewel.
ちょっと女の子だからね。
Which means we're going to be moving on to the second.
ああ、よかったです。ありがとうございます。
よかった。The second one we're going to have Yuki choose.
はい。
All right.
来ましたか。この。ちょっと見えちゃった。
Well, she saw that one, so she's going to pick a different one.
はい、これにします。
All right, here is the next.
これもう出た？
Nope, we haven't done this one.
Okay. はい、いきますよ。
Here we go. You ready? There it is! Mouth. Mouth is the next kanji in the random quiz. She loves to color and princesses, so she will love this so much. Perfect. And Meets the Fish gets first. Pollux in second. Everyday Dashi in third. Carson Avery in fourth. Senor Serena in fifth. G1 Transformed in sixth. Gina Durrell in seventh. Kaylee in eighth. ZPC03, welcome to the quiz in 9th. Lamy the Clown in 10th. Build It Up in 11th. And 5-Toed Sloth Bear in 12th. Is that the right? Am I counting correctly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is correct. Did anyone write do? No, I think they're all kuchi. They are all correct. Mopo added hin. Shina. Very nice. Japan get as well. A couple mouths together. Jurgen Ramos, welcome to the quiz. 13th place with kuchi right there. Mochi Ball threw in a house. Mopo gets 3 points. Yeah, 3 points. 3 points for that. Yes, indeed. 13th place for Lamy the Clown. I forgot that we were supposed to keep score this week. Completely forgot about that, but that's okay. Japan get threw in ro in the middle of 2 other kanji. My signal is low. Sorry. No worries. No worries. All good. All right. Very nice job. Mouth. Oh, we'll go ahead and write that for those of you who aren't certain. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you connect those, of course. All right, back to the video. Just a few more. Here's country. Country. Winner of the next round gets a kanji prize from me. And Meets the Fish hits that round. 72 Al-Sabi in 2nd. Pollux in 3rd. Darkness in 4th. Carson Avery in 5th. Everyday Dashi in 6th. 5-Toed Sloth Bear in 7th. Gina Durrell close. G1 transformed in 8th. Senor Sudden in 9th. Lamy the Clown in 10th. Build It Up in 11th. Gina Durrell in 12th. Kaylee in 13th. Andrew Prest in 14th. Lots of people participating today. Thank you so much. You guys were fast. Jurgen Ramos gets there in the end in 15th. Very good job. Kuni, remember Kuni to write this one. Fish, your prize is this. Oh my god. Ju. Curse or spell. Ju.
なんかちょっと大丈夫かなそれハッピーじゃないさそうだよそれ
A curse or a spell. Mantra. Very nice. I'm getting sleepy. I had such no worries. I almost wrote Niku again, says Darkness. You got there. You got there.
Hi.
All right, our next random one.
We got
it right here.
Hi.
Instead, we're going to be moving on to the next random one. Wara 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 wara. Kusa 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 kusa. All right, our next one is going to be... Ready? It's a fun one. 7! 7 is the next kanji for the random quiz. The number 7. Darkness gets there first with 72 Al-Sabi in 2nd, Everyday Dashi in 3rd, Pollux in 4th, Kaylee in 5th, and Meets the Fish in 6th. G1 transformed in 7th, gets the number 7 for 7th, Carson Avery in 8th, 5-Toed Sloth Bear in 9th, Senor Sudden in 10th, Build It Up in 11th, Gina Durrell in 12th, Lamy the Clown in 13th, ZPC03 in 14th, Mochi Ball in 15th, and Margot Coleman Grammy in 16th. Very good job, everyone. Holy crap. I think this is the most people. Oh, Mopo tried to get there with he, but you're not going to trick me on that one. I can see the difference there. Very, very good job, everyone. Loving it.
Hi.
All right. Moving. Oh, we're going to have Yuki write 7 for us there in the correct order.
ちょっと
お願いします。
心配になってきたんです。
いいじゃん、いいじゃん。
はーい。
はい、there is 7.
ちょっと薄すぎないこの。
いいよ、見えます、見えます。
これで。
はい。
はい。
There it is. Miami is way too used to the bird app. It gave me 7つあります。ぜ。Lamy the Clown with ぜ。All right, so we're going to be moving on to the next.
せだよ、せ。
Oh, yeah, it's say. Okay. And then there's gold. Gold.
Oh.
I tried to press not twice really fast on my phone and like a flip phone. It just cycles through the hiragana. 72 Al-Sabi's there with first, and Meets the Fish in 2nd, Everyday Dashi in 3rd, Carson Avery in 4th. How do you write the hiragana se? We'll bring that up in a minute. Pollux is in 5th. I don't know the readings as ZPC. Kane. And then 6th is G1 Transform. Kaylee is in 7th, I believe. 5-Toed Sloth Bear in 8th. Senor Serena in 9th. Gina Durrell in 10th. And Lamy the Cloud in 11th to Build It Up in 12th. 72-year prize is this. Woo! I cannot read that at all.
うですね。
Ooh.
ハッチのうですね。 to hatch the
To
egg.
hatch.
エグのう
はいはい
です
はい
ね。
はい。Okay, okay, okay. Koiking Hime says, arigatou gozaimasu. Have to get going. No worries, Koiking Hime. Thanks for hanging out.
はい、ありがとうございま
All right. All good. Have a great day.
す。ね、お休みかな。
Or a great night. Yes, it could be.
ね。
Could be oyasumi. There is gold.
うん、
Excellent. Okay.
なんかもう一回さ、鐘やった方がいいかな。なんか結構みんなさ、読み方がわからなかったり、
読み方は教えてないから、ただタイピングの仕方をやってますが、The best way to type it is かね。
これね、鐘。まずこう、鐘を書いて。
That's how to write it. And then how you can type it is かね。かね。
はい。
かね is the best way to probably get it to show up really quickly with typing.
か、こう、き。
Or kin.
こうね。
That's another way you can type it. Both of those will get it up for you.
はい。
All right. So moving on to the next random.
はい。
Random word. We're going to have Yuki pick this one. I'm going to erase.
はい。
There's my head in the way. Very nice.
2枚ある。はい。
All right.
はい。これちょっと嫌だ。
Yada wa yada. Yuki didn't like that one, so she's picking a different one. I feel like that's cheating, but I guess we'll let it go.
これにする。
So, this is the one she wants to do, so that's what you're getting, guys. Good luck. Here we
いき
go.
ますよ。
It is water. Water is our next kanji. Water. Japan Kid is laughing as the 72 alphabet. Nice bouquet. Darkness gets there first. 72 Sabi in second. Pollux in third. Everyday Dashi in fourth. And Meets the Fish in fifth. Carson Avery in sixth. Mochi Ball in seventh. Five Toed Sloth Bear in eighth. G1 transformed in ninth. Mopo tries to get there with ice. Jurgen Ramos in 10th. Build it up in 11th. Kaylee in 12th. Lamey the Cloud in 13th. ZPC 03 is close. Gina Durrell in 14th. And Senor Serena in 15th. I feel like I've lost count there, but all good. Japan, get your prize is apparently the key from Kikai. Congratulations.
はい。
Very, very good. Oh, you've got the hen version of
はい。
water. The one that shows up on the left. Very nice, Lamey the Clown. I'm glad
そ
you
れは
got that
ね、
show
ちょ
up.
っとまだ出てこない。
No, that one's not going to show up
かもしれません。
until N4, I believe. All right, Yuki's going to write water for us.
はい。
Oh, that's not showing up on camera.
嘘。もう一回書く？
Okay, good. I zoomed out. It's fine. All right.
ちょっと薄すぎるよね、このさ。
It's fine. We'll get new ones soon.
うん。
Boy, don't break it. And there's water for us. All right, we're going to zoom in and we'll get back over to the video. Our next kanji is rest. Rest. Ah, yes. Thanks for reminding me. How to write se. I'm going to write a note so I don't forget. Se. Writing. First is Carson Avery. Darkness is in second. ZPC in third. Enemy Sufficient in fourth. Pollux in fifth. 72 Alsabi in sixth. Mochi Ball in seventh. Lamey the Clown in eighth. Five Toed Sloth Bear in ninth. Everyday Dashi in 10th. Kaylee in 11th. Senor Serena in 12th. Gina Durrell in 13th. Build It Up in 14th. G1 Transformed in 15th. And Jurgen Ramos in 16th. Man, you guys are fast. Yes, you can write this one with Yasumi. Excellent, excellent job. Mopo got there as well. 17th. We have 17 people participating in the quiz. I believe that is the most to date. Good job, guys. Yuki's going to go ahead and show you how to write se. Mochi Ball was asking the correct stroke order for se. So here we go. We got the line first, then we come down on the right, and then on the left, you slip back over. You may also see people write it like this with a hane, a little curve back. That's the second stroke, though. And the third stroke is over here. You come underneath. Right? That's actually different. But so it's not really a 90-degree thing. It's more up a little bit to the right, down, and then a curve back under like that. That's it.
2回目じゃない ?2 回目 何が
2
2
回目
回目だった
じゃない What's 2回目? If I write key, it appears in second for some reason.
ちょっと待って。じゃあ跳ねるやつ書くか、この2
Did
回。
someone write Yasumi twice? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that looks good as well if you sharply curve it up.
そうそう、ここがね、なんか。なんていうのこの。
I don't know what you'd say in English. I have no idea what you would call that, but yeah, that thing. All right. Our final question on the quiz today. We're going to mix this one up.
あ、そっか、そしたらスペシャルクイズに入りますものね。
What are the most popular examples of G with the chi being used? I actually have no idea. I don't see that one very often.
あ、これですね。これで多分一番使うと思う。この。
Yuki's writing the one that's most common.
この、鼻字。
Oh, yeah, that's one. Hanaji, so bloody nose. I didn't actually know that was that. I've never actually had to write it out, so I've always just thought it was a G, as in shiji. But apparently hanaji, so nosebleed, is that character.
本当は血がblood じゃない。
Chi is blood, yeah. So,
そうだけど
but for hanaji,
そうそう。
you voice it after the na sound, so it becomes hanaji. Interesting. I didn't know that. That's probably the most common one. All right, so here we go. The final question for the quiz today is an easy one, I think. I think this one's super easy. Yen. Yen. The answer's right there, guys. Yen. That's not it, 72 Alsabi. Very close, but not quite. Pen meets the fishes in first. Pollux in second. Everyday Dashi in third. Carson Avery in fourth. Mochi Ball in fifth. Lemmy the Clown in sixth. And your Sedana in seventh. Kaylee in eighth. ZPC03 in ninth. Gina Durrell in 10th. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in 11th. Jurgen Ramos in 12th. Build It Up 1 in 13th. Andrew Prest, not quite. G1 Transformed, yes, 14th or 15th. I can't remember which one we're at right now. Of course, Andrew and 72 Alsabi are not incorrect, but the actual kanji is the one that my grandmother just popped up in there. Margot Coleman. That's the one. Oh, Kawase. Does that bring up? I've never seen that emoji Japan get. Nice. Mopo threw a gate in there. Nice. For some reason, this showed up. Okay. Yeah, that N, ZPC03, is for the type of N that connects you to a person. The connection between people. A relationship. And that is read as N. So that's probably why. No worries, no worries, no worries. But yen can be typed in one key, indeed, and appears on the second page for me. Wow. Okay. Nice. Maru, that's another one. Yeah, that one will show up too. There's a lot of different things that could show up if you just type in N.
Hi.
Very good job, guys. That is the quiz. We'll go ahead and let the video finish out. Oh, I never let that pop up. Let us know how many you got right down in the comments. You can learn the next 5 kanji by clicking here. There's nothing there. If the video is already out. It's not. If you don't want to wait, you can continue learning with our level 1 kanji flashcard deck for Anki on ToKiniAndy.com. We're also releasing kanji. We're almost done with all of these sentences for the N4 kanji deck. The sentences are almost done. Then I need to go through and do these stories. So that's going to take a little bit, but we're getting there. Kanji series videos early for all the members there, so check it out if you want a head start.
Hi.
I like this video. This was a fun video to make. It was also fun to do all the visual novels for a whole month. But anyway, there it is. That is the video. So popping over here. Why do we call it yen when it's pronounced N? I don't really know. Although sometimes, depending on the number that it comes after, even in Japanese, it kind of sounds like yen, like sen yen. Sen yen kind of sounds like yen. So I imagine from something like that, it came over to English to be yen. But otherwise, I'm not sure. The same way as we say Japan in Japan, it's Nihon. Yeah, I mean, completely different, right? What was the prize kanji? My Google Lens can't figure it out. Which one? I don't know. Where is the prize? Was there a prize for this one as well? I just saw the emoji pop up. I'm trying to look for the prize one. Was this it? The Jizakai land border? Was that the prize card? Oh, your prize. This one. Okay. Ge. I have no idea what that kanji is. Carson, your prize is ge. A poetic verse. It's a Buddhism word. Yeah. For a Buddhist poem or something. This one. Okay. It's literally just and it's used as like a prefix for other kanji. And I think it's used, not a prefix, the one that comes after, suffix. I believe it's also used for some countries. Used in some country names.
明日は私の誕生日ですの人がいます。
Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday tomorrow!
誕生日おめでとう。
お誕生日おめでとうございます。
ジーナ？ゲナ？
Gina? Or Jenna? Gina?
ジェナ。
おめでとうございます。
ね、おめでとうございます。
Hope you have a good birthday. Yen looks like the letter Y. I always assume English speakers added the Y to Yen because it's easier for us to say. It could be a little both, yeah. And I don't know if the Y was added because it's pronounced yen in English, or if it was pronounced yen because it looks like a Y. That could be either direction. I'm sure there's a story for it. Yes, it's also a part in bad. Wari. Why are Americans called ajin? Never mind. I probably don't want to know. Probably, I have no idea. No idea. I'm not going to try to guess either.
Ajin?
Wait.
アメリカ人だからじゃないの?
It could be because it's America and the first character in America is that kanji is used for America often. Before you guys go, don't go yet. I completely forgot that Yuki has a special Yuki quiz that she wants to do.
そう、みんなね、もうごめんなさいね。もう完全燃焼しちゃってるかもしれないんですけど。
はい。
私たち曜日の漢字今日終わりましたんで
Yes, today we have finished all of the kanji necessary to do the days of the week, including the day part. Yo is a much more difficult kanji that we won't be covering until I believe N4, maybe N4 or N3. So we're just gonna have that in hiragana. So yobi is what's going to come after each of the days of the week. But we've covered all of the kanji necessary for the day part. So we're going to go ahead and do a quiz with just the days. We're going to choose the order by what do you call this thing? By pumpkin. We're going to choose the order by pumpkin. Going to take out the ones that are not days of the week. That one is.
今日のさ、あれを持ってくるわ。今日のやつはまだ入れてないもんね、そこに。
We don't have today's, yeah. Oh, she's already written them for us. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's 5. And there's the 2 we need from today over here. This one.
これもやっちゃう？これは
No, we're not going to do that one. We're missing one. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're going to choose the days of the week by Pumpkinhead. Is it a coincidence that Sunday in Japanese is basically Sunday? I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. It's a good question, actually. We've already actually covered that kanji today, but we're going to throw that back into the pot. All right, so we're going to pull out the first one. We'll have Yuki pull that out for you guys. You ready?
はい、いいでしょう。
Here we go. The first day of the week is...
じゃーん!
日曜日. That's the first day of the week. Let's see who gets that. And Meets the Fish gets Nichiyobi first. And meets 72 Al-Sabi gets there first with the full word. And Meets the Fish. And Meets the Fish is second. Everyday Dashi says Sunday. Pollux is in third with the kanji. Lamy the Clown gets the full word in fourth. Five Toed Sloth Bear in sixth. Mochi Ball in sixth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G1 Transformed in seventh. Kaylee in eighth. Pollux in ninth. ZPC03 in 10th. Carson Avery in 11th. Kobikito, welcome to the quiz. I can't remember what number I'm at right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 is Senor Serena. 14th is Five-Toed Sloth Bear. And 15th is Grammy. Gets the first kanji right, but that yobi is a different word. That one means to call someone. And everyday dashi comes in there at the end. So yeah, go ahead and go for the whole word. To type the whole word, you have the kanji reading first, then yobi. 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 We'll get you that. So you can throw in the whole word. I won't count it as wrong if you just have the kanji.
そう、一応ね、ここ曜日はここひらがなありますんで。
So try to do the whole word for us. That's what we really want here. All right, I'm gonna pick the next. Oh, Yuki's gonna go ahead and write the kanji for us.
はい。
You can leave that there.
あ、リール？
それを置いといて、その下に漢字を書いて。
あ、はいはい。はい。
There you go. There's Sunday. All right, so our next one is... I'm going to pick this one. Ready? Gold Day. Gold Day.
ゴールド曜日ですね。
Gold Yobi. Gold Yobi. There it is. 72 Al-Sabi gets King Yobi. Darkness in third. Pollux in third. I'm sorry. Darkness was in second. Pollux in third. Lamy the Clown in fourth. End Meets the Fish in fifth. Mochi Ball in sixth. Everyday Dashi in seventh. Kaylee in eighth. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in ninth. Carson Avery in 10th. G1 Transformed in 11th. ZPCO3 in 12th. Senor Sedena in 13th. Build It Up in 14th. Mopo in... Is that correct? Yeah. 15th. Gina Durrell in 16th. Yeah, Yobi looks weird. Yobi is definitely... Something's wrong with Yobi there. And Japan Get is on Silver Day for some reason. Gin Yobi. Yeah, Mopo's the middle kanji there is definitely.
洗濯のタク。
Right, sentaku no taku. Right. Does Yobi mean anything on its own? It just means day of the week, yes. So it's Kinyobi, not Kaneyobi. No, yeah, it's Kinyobi. All of the days of the week will use the quote onyomi, the Chinese reading. Nichi, except for even Nichi. Nichi get yeah. All of them use the Chinese reading. All right, so Yuki's gonna go ahead and write gold out for us. Yes.
はい。
Kinsei is Venus. You are correct. Yuki's gonna write gold out for us.
はい。
There it is. King Yobi. All right, Yuki's going to pick out our next day of the week for us. See you later, gold. Whoop.
はい。
Oh, that's definitely not. That's not a kanji.
これ
That's not one. That is down for some reason. Hi. Kyuryobi, yes. Payday.
はい。
All right, next is
いきますよ。じゃん。
Dirt or Soil Day. So I got a bunch of comments from someone saying that they don't like the word dirt. It should be soil. So if you prefer that, that's fine. Dirt Yobi. Dirt Yobi. And Meets the Fish gets there. Down Yobi from Lamy the Clown. Down Yobi. I agree. Shita Yobi. And Meets the Fish is in first with Doyobi. Darkness in second. Lamy the Clown in third. Kaylee in fourth. Pollux in fifth. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in sixth. Senor Sudden in seventh. Everyday Dashi in eighth. G1 Transformed in ninth. Carson Avery in 10th. ZBC says Soil Yobi. Mario Coleman. That is correct. It is Doyobi, but you have to extend the Yobi. So it should be Yobi. That one's Yobi. Mopo is throwing in a weird kanji in the middle. Again, I believe that one is to dance or something like that. Jenna Durrell is, I can't remember the number we're at now. Let's go ahead and see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11th. Gina Durrell's in 11th. Darkness Build It Up is in 12th. And on the same day, we have Japan Get. Doyobi. Yobi.
土曜日だよ、それだと。土曜日。
So, Japan Get is Doyobi. Grammy is Doyobi. So we want Doyobi. Doyobi would get you this. So, Yobi, unextended, gets you Yobi, like that. But you want Yobi extended, and that gets you Yobi, like this. Right on. And then Japan Gets was Doyobi. doyobi, but it's just short. Doyobi. That gets to the actual word. All right, nice. So that's dirt. Yuki's going to go ahead and draw dirt or soil if you get angry about that kind of thing. Oh, wow. The orange is showing up really nice today. Okay. And there's Dirt Day. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick our next one. We're getting closer and closer to where process of elimination will get you the day you need.
Okay,
yeah, yobi is a little bit difficult to write. Saturn Day. Yeah, it is correct. Actually, most of the names do correlate with the English names, actually, interestingly enough. All right, our next day is Fire Day or Mars Day.
Mars Day だ。Mars Day?
だよね。
そうだよ。
火星だよね。Mars Day or Fire Day. Well, that was fast. Emmy's the Fish is in first with Everyday Dashi in second. Darkness in third. Pollux in fourth. 72 Al Sabi in fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth. Lamy the Clown in sixth. Kaylee in seventh. Senor Sodena in eighth. Velocity Cupcake in ninth. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in 10th. Excuse me, Carson Avery in 11th. G1 Transformed in 12th. Jenna Durrell in 13th. Build It Up in 14th. And Grammy, yes, that's correct, but you got to make you have to type U. You have to type U after that yo. Kayobi. So ka-yo-u-bi is what you want to type for it. Kayobi. Mopo gets there with the correct kanji in the middle this time. Excellent, excellent. Fire Yobi, says ZPC3. Yes, or Mars Yobi. All right, the correct kanji here is days of the week are culturally given the same names as the planet, so it makes sense that they all match. Indeed, it does. All right, here we go. The two lines on the outside, and then the person on the inside. There you go, Grammy. That's correct. Kayobi. Kayobi.
Hi.
All right. 3 to go, guys. 3 to go, and you'll have all of the days of the week down. Get rid of fire there. Yuki's going to pick this one.
もう火の国が攻撃したとき、すべてが変わった。何が変わったんでしょうか?
Our next kanji is
はい。じゃーん。
Moon. Moon is our next kanji, and the first person there is Darkness. Darkness gets there first. 72 Al Sabi in second. Enemies the Fish in third. Kobikito in fourth. Everyday Dashi in fifth. Pollux in sixth. Carson Avery in seventh. Lemmy the Clown in eighth. ZPC in ninth. Kaylee in 10th. G1 Transformed 11th. Velocity Cupcake 12th. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in 13th. Senor Sodena in 14th. Gina Durrell in 15th. And Mopo is thrown in a boat. All right.
チルですね。
Getsuyobi. Mochi Ball got there as well. Yes, that kanji means day of the week. It's not really used in a whole lot of other words. Apparently, there is a very rare word called yore that uses this, but very, very rare. Not a whole lot of kanji that have this word beyond yobi, if any. That might be one of the only ones that is in modern use. So it just means day of the week. It is, by the way, an N4 word. N4. We'll be learning that in the next series. That's it, Grammy. You got it. All right.
Hi.
Moon. Yuki's going to write that out for us. Moon. This one is Getsuyobi. Getsuyobi. Getsu is moon. All right, 2 to go, guys. I'm going to be pulling this one out. Illuminary Day of the Week. That sounds...
かっこいいですね。
Sounds cool. Unnecessarily complicated, but cool. All right, here we go. You ready? Here it is. The next day of the week is Water Day. Water Day. Everyone likes Water Day.
Mercury Day ですね。
Mercury Day. Yes, Mercury Day. You put water in the back of a camel, in the hump of a camel, so we can also call it Hump Day. Water Day. Oh, I should have been looking at chat. Wow, that was fast. I wasn't looking at chat at all.
準備してたってこと、そのさ、水曜日か木曜
some process of elimination. Suyobi, come Mokuyobi. Okay, we're not going to be able to give that one to you. Sorry. Darkness will be first. Ed meets the fish in second. Everyday Dashi in third. Lamy the Clown in fourth. Pollux in fifth. 72 Alisabi in sixth. Kaylee in seventh. Carson Avery in eighth. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in ninth. Margot Coleman in 10th. Nice job. G1 Transformed in 11th. ZPC in 12th. Senor Serena in 13th. Kobe Kito in 14th. I'm losing my mind here. Build It Up in 15th. Velocity Cupcake in 16th. Mochi Ball in 17th. Mopo is in 18th. Wow, 18 people participating now. Yes, it is Wednesday indeed. And then we've got Hyoyobi, the secret 8th day of the week from Japan Get. Hyoyobi. Ice Day. Darkness got it before you even showed it. Ah, Darkness cheating over there. Just taking a bet on which one is going to be 50-50, eh? Water Day. I saw the W. All right, here we go. It's a Water Day. All right, very good job. Water Day for everyone that got that one. All right. Our final kanji for today. The final day of the week. You guys ready? Here we go. Grammy has Mokuyobi up. All right, our next final day of the week is... Audit. Did everyone look? It's ... Pollux is there! Country Day! Everyday Dashi in second with G1 Transformed in third. Carson Avery in fourth. All right, it is Kuni. There is no day. This is just a trick to get you there. The correct day of the week, we're going back to the beginning, is Tree Day. Tree Day. Let's start over with Tree Day.
ずるいね。
Tree Day.
ずるいね。
Indeed. All right. The first one to get there after we put Tree Day out is Ed Meets the Fish in first. Lamy the Clown in second. Everyday Dashi in third. Pollux in fourth. Carson Avery in fifth. Senor Sedena in sixth. Mopo threw in a different kanji. That one I believe is D. I can't remember how you read that one exactly. It's for a sheaf of wheat or something like that. ZPC threw in a book. Book Day. I like Book Day. G1 Transformed gets there. But let's see. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Velocity Cupcake in 7th. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in 8th. Grammy is in 9th. And Rest Day for Five-Toed Sloth Bear. 72 Alsabi is laughing with the grass. And Darkness is also taking a day off. Good job, guys, there.
Hi.
Good job, guys, there. Yeah, good job there, guys. Sorry for throwing you off there. I had to throw in a little wrench in the gears there. The Tree Day, or Thursday, Mokuyobi, is tree right there. There is our last day of the week. So you can now write every single day of the week, including the B part in Yobi. The only thing we can't write yet is the Yo part, which we'll be able to write an N for. But you can write the kanji for every day of the week now. So good job, guys.
エキストラやってもいい？私。
Yuki would like to do one extra one.
ここ。
She asked if it's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and say, absolutely, it is okay.
ここにちょっと。はい。みんなこれが。
つ、ちつ。実 as in day of the week.
はい。
Oh.
これを出しますね。
Here we go. She's got one more extra quiz word. Jitsu is day.
いいかな?
And the kanji you're going to add to jitsu is...
ほい。
Rest. Rest day. Rest day. Let's see if you can go ahead and figure that one out. Rest day.
なんか終わっちゃった? あ、びっくりした.
No, it's different. It's fine.
はい。
Rest day. We've got, close. Not quite 72 Alsabi. Very close. The first one to get there was Five-Toed Sloth Bear. Kyujitsu Pollux in second. Senor Serena in third. G1 Transform. That is the correct kanji for fourth place. And Meets the Fish in fifth. Yasumi Jitsu. CPC. That sounds like a move or something. Lamy the Clown gets there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th place, Kaylee in 7th. Kyujitsu, that is the correct spelling. Lamy the Clown, that is it. Kyujitsu. Rest day. Yuki's going to go ahead and write that one out for us. Everyday Dashi gets there as well in 8th or 9th. I can't remember exactly which one. All right, that is the bonus question for the day. Everyday Dashi got there. Naruto attack, Yasumi Jutsu. Yeah. I thought it was tsu.
いいかな?
Jitsu gives me, jitsu can also give you that one because it's jitsuwa, for example. Jitsuwa, the phrase jitsuwa will get you that. But jitsu on its own will also get you day if you type it. So kyujitsu, if you type that, the first thing that should come up will be this for sure.
はい。じゃあ9書きたいと思います。
There you go.
はい。
Kyujitsu. Once again, you don't have to learn these words just yet. This is definitely a word that's going to be showing up when we get to the reading part of this series. So don't worry too much if you didn't get it just yet. But there is a little bonus for you. Nice job.
そう。でもね、みんなこの休日はね、結構いろんなところにね、出てくるので。
Definitely shows up a lot, so you'll be seeing it for
そう、
sure.
日本人は大好き。
Japanese people love it. I think everyone likes Kyujitsu. Everyone likes days off. All right, guys. Great job. Thank you for hanging out today. We had a nice 2-hour-long stream. It's time for us to get lunch, I believe, but great job.
はい。
Next week.
みんな頑張りましたね。
Yeah, everyone did great.
ね。
And next week is lucky number 7. We're going on to lesson number 7. There's going to be some fun kanji showing up in that one. Very common ones that we saw today in like tamago, things like that. So looking forward to that.
毎日肉曜日。
毎日肉曜日。いいですね。
お肉食べる日ってことかな。
I need a kyujitsu, said Senor Serena. What kanji? Yeah, I can't remember exactly. It's already up on the website, lesson 7. I have lesson 8 scripted. We should be way further ahead, to be honest, but because of some unavoidable stuff that has happened over the past couple weeks that has complicated our lives, we're a little bit behind. So lesson 8 will be coming out soon. All right. Yeah, anyway. So looking forward to that. I was just going to look and see which kanji we're covering next week, but let's see. Hold on. Next week is going to be eye, look, ear, stop, feet, and correct. Okay, this is a different lesson than I thought. I guess lesson... Oh, we already covered child.
まだだよ。
No, that's lesson 8. Lesson 8 is going to be child. That's right. I just wrote the script for lesson 8. That's why I was all confused. Anyway, that's going to be 6 kanji we're covering next week because there are no parts to cover, just kanji. So there's going to be 6 next week. That's going to be fun.
はい。
All right, guys, have a great evening or day, depending on where you are in the world. And thank you for hanging out.
ケリーさんすごい。おやすみなさいの漢字素晴らしい。
Oh, there you go. Yes, the kanji for oyasumi nasai is that kanji. Very good.
はい。
Oyasumi nasai, 皆さん。
ありがとうございます。
Oyasumi.
ね、毎日はピザ曜日です。
Every day is pizza day. Nice, nice, nice.
なんかさ、ピザデーいいね。なんかピザデー、エブリデイピザデー。
いいんじゃないですか？ピザ曜日。
Sounds very good なんですけど。
All right, guys. Have a great week.
はい。
We will see you next week for lesson 7. Thanks for hanging out. はい。じゃあ、our ending
頑張りま
phrase,
しょ
as always, is
う。はい。
はい。また次のビデオで会いましょうね。はい。
バイバイ。
バイバイ。See you. Thank you.